You probably know that a hook is used to catch a fish. We also use hooks to start our essays in an interesting way. A hook attracts the reader's attention and creates interest. We do this because we want to make the reader continue reading our essay. We can use a surprising statement as our hook. Another way to hook your reader is with an anecdote. Anecdotes are just short stories. Might be a way to interest your reader in an essay. You can also use an interesting question as your hook. This is okay to use occasionally, but you should not use questions very often in your essays. Questions make the writer sound like he doesn't know what he's talking about, or sound like he's wasting time. Get to your point rather than asking rhetorical questions. That said, a very interesting question that attracts your reader's attention can be used as a hook. Quotations can also be used as hooks, but again, there's a warning. Don't use quotes that everyone knows. They are not interesting to your reader. If you decide to use a quote, make sure it is relevant to your essay, and spend some time finding a quote that the reader may not have heard before and would enjoy reading now. You can also use a statistic to start your introduction. But again, there's a warning. Statistics can be boring, and remember the hook is supposed to be interesting enough to make your reader want to continue reading your essay. And a thesis statement needs two things: the topic and the controlling idea. If you're missing one of these things, then your thesis statement is not going to be very good. So what is a topic? A topic is the subject or the thing that you are talking about. The controlling idea is what you want to say about the topic. It's where your argument is. This is the thing you're going to prove or show in your essay. The topic and the controlling idea should be as specific as possible. Here are some things that you want to avoid in your thesis statement. Don't announce your thesis. Don't say, "I will talk about this," or "this essay is about." Also, don't write a fact for a thesis statement. Your thesis should be arguable, and facts are not arguable. So your thesis might be your opinion, but it should not be an obvious or popular opinion. If most people agree with you, there's no reason to write your essay. You need to say something fresh, so choose a thesis that you will have to convince the reader of. Another thing you don't want to do is to use pronouns in your thesis. The reason for this is that you need to be specific and say what you are talking about in the thesis statement. Don't assume your reader knows what you're talking about. And finally, don't forget the two parts, the topic and the controlling idea. So now you know some ways to help you write a good introduction paragraph. You can use one of the hooks like a surprising statement or an anecdote. Then remember that a good thesis statement must have two parts, the topic and controlling idea. With lots of practice, writing introductory paragraphs will get easier for you.
Thanks for watching.